December. This is what we have here is the call out for participants. The flyer for it hasn't been put out yet. So if you're a good singer, which I imagine some of you probably are, you're welcome to come and join it. They need some actors, they need some other people. And of course, we're always looking for financial help if you like it as well. So I wanted to throw that in before we pray. So if we can pray. Father, thank you for an opportunity to be here tonight. And I thank you for this group that you have put together to look over the various aspects of our city and taking care of it. I thank you for everyone that's involved from the top to the bottom and side to side. And Father, I also thank you because that you have looked upon Portage and it's special to you. And that good things are happening here. And I just ask tonight, Father, that we would just get it right. Everything that we have to do and every decision we have to make. Sometimes we won't get it right, but help us to get it right as often as we can. And I thank you for that in Christ's
name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Bean. We appreciate you coming.
I have something I'd like to bring up.
How about the minutes? Can I do the minutes? And go?
Do the minutes.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Communication, correspondence, announcements from the mayor. The mayor's not here this evening. I'll be chair of the meeting. Go ahead, Councilwoman Lynch.
Well, it appears that we don't have our internet that's up there, and I have a concern of what happened to it. So maybe we had a party here or something, and someone removed it. So I would like that to be looked into, because maybe someone took that from our park, and we don't have the internet tonight. We can't get on.
We have the parks do. Go ahead, John Orsberg.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 o'clock today, our internet went down. We couldn't even access our desktop, so we talked to Justin in IT about it, and he's going to help us fix it.
Well, do you know what happened to the router?
No, we haven't had that in a long time. We installed a new one. That hasn't been there for years. We installed a new booster that's on the outside.
And the power cord and that's all gone? We brought a power cord.
A power cord for what?
For our.
I'm sorry, I don't hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Clerk Treasurer's report.
None.
Reports of city officials.
The National League of Cities Conference in November out in LA. It's the City Summit. They've asked me to speak on a panel about the PARI program that the police department has launched. It's the program where if you come forward for drug treatment to the police department, instead of taking you to jail, they'll get you to a treatment center. So I've been asked to speak on a panel. That'll be the Friday of the conference.
That's excellent.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to talking about that. Chief's been helping me gather the information. We'll be having more conversations with them the next few weeks.
We recently partnered with, or currently partnering with Nativity and Portage Christian. Our former SROs are conducting safety assessments and providing police radios to those particular schools for instant contact with us during an emergency. And the homecoming parade went off without a hitch. One of our Captain Maynard drove the 5-ton truck and put the entry players and the team managers in the back of it. So
Good. Good deal.
Any particular questions for me?
No, thank you.
Keep up the good work, Chief.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Jen Orsberg, you want to speak on behalf of the Park Department?
Well, I hadn't planned on speaking. Do you have any questions about what's going on in the Park Department?
Well, why don't you tell us a few things that are going on? I haven't seen you for a little while, some of the city council meetings.
Last month I was at home with my kids.
Yeah, well, that's beautiful.
So Haunted Hayride will be at the end of the month. As you know, it's our most popular event. We just closed out working with the different organizations on 3 different festivals down at Founders Square, which sounded like they went on without a problem. So we're very excited about that. We look forward to continuing to work with them on the other festivals down at Founders. We have some good news. We are in line to receive a grant from the state of Indiana to do some improvements at Imagination Glen Park, and that will be next year. It's looking at we receiving nearly $200,000 for that grant.
How much was that, Jen?
$200,000. So we'll be able to make upgrades to our facilities so we can continue to have rentals. We will be closing out softball and soccer in the next couple weeks, our fall sports, and as you can tell, volleyball is going on right now. So, any other questions?
Oh, thank you.
Where,
Wait, one second.
where can you sign up for trunk or treat?
Trunk or treat, that's through Amanda at the mayor's office.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And what was the date on the haunted hayride? I'm sorry.
It's the last weekend of October, fall break.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
Mr. Nelson, Superintendent Nelson from our street department. How you doing, Steve?
Good evening, everybody.
Steve.
You guys are busy this week, it's fall week, so that takes a lot of resources. We're out there taking care of that this week. Been working with the fire department. We're gonna start having CPR first aid training with all of our guys down at the shop that wanna participate, especially our stewards to be going through those classes and getting started. We've been through our lead back. We've got 4 good lead backs up and running. We're expecting 2 new ones by the 1st of November, so we're ready for the lead to start falling. And we just started going through, I know you don't want to hear it, but we started putting our snow plows together and going through our snow plows because that ain't far off either. So we're awful busy down there right now.
Good.
I think you're seeing a lot of roads getting striped out there right now. Our guys have done, I don't know, 30 miles. Like roads that we've been busy restriping, and our patch crews are out now trying to do some early season repairs on some of the bad areas in the city.
Steve, I had a question from a resident today, and since I have you, I figured I'll ask. Are we striping any part of Willow Creek Road between 6 and 20?
I'm sorry.
Are we striping any part of Willow Creek between 6 and 20? Are we restriping it or adding stripes where there aren't any? I didn't know if that was planned.
No, we won't put our crews out on Willow Creek Road.
Okay.
That requires traffic control. That's something we got a price for last year. I know that road was in terrible condition. On a busy road like that, you need to have traffic control.
Absolutely.
Out there, and we don't have the resources to do that. So that's not on our agenda.
Okay.
We'll
Totally understandable.
We'll be patching Willow Creek the best we can to get it ready for winter, because it was bad last year. It fell apart on us, we were out there all over it, so. Hopefully that one's in the mix for next year. Anybody else?
Equipment okay, Steve, for the vacs? Are our vacs in pretty good shape? Are our leaf vacs in good shape going into the season?
We've got 5 old ones right now that are all 15 years or older. We got 4 of them that are solid up and running, and we've got 2 on order that we should get the 1st of November. We just called out and they're due here the 1st of November. I think it was second week in November when we really hit it hard on leaks. We'll start running 1 leak back per week here in the next couple of weeks, just on a route like our sanitation route. Because I am starting to see a few piles around town, but we all know what happens second week. But
Probably see them at your house.
we'll be ready. We'll be ready when they come.
Good.
And come over and help me with my work.
I will. I know that. Come over and help me with mine, Steve.
I know you do.
One more thing, Steve. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Did Amanda tell you that the leaf raking program that the city does for the seniors is November 3rd?
Okay?
So they will rake to the curb in those areas.
Do you know what day that is? That's
November 3rd is on a Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know that, so.
Well, we'll support you on that. We'll try to.
Well, that's now going through, I think, the park, is it, Jenny, or Bonner?
That's a good question. I'll find out.
And Amanda is the one that
Okay.
does that now.
We'll work
The
with
senior advisory committee doesn't do that anymore.
Okay. Usually we don't start Saturdays that early, but we might for that. We might follow you.
Well, check with her.
Colin?
And then your guys are the ones that go out and do lawns that are unkept, right? That
Yes.
I want to commend them. I've had, I think 2 or 3 of them in the past month or so. They've been right out there at that 10 or 11 day mark, getting them done and taken care of. So I want to commend your guys for getting that
Got a
done.
whole list of them this week that are done and built, so.
Good. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Steve.
Steve, you're doing a great job.
Pass our thanks on
Thank
to your
you.
people. Andy Milletta, our economic.
I don't really have anything for you tonight. If you got any questions for me,
No. No, thank you. Appreciate it. Is there anyone here from the fire department who wants to speak?
I came to
Yeah.
some information.
Thank you. Thanks, Tim.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
First, I guess you can notice we're wearing pink today. We're actually wearing pink all month. It's a program we started several years ago, and it is for breast cancer awareness. So you'll see the firefighters, pretty much everybody wearing pink for the entire month of October. Along with that, another program that was incorporated was wearing red on Fridays, go red on Fridays for remembering everyone deployed. Nice shirts that's got all of the military logos and everything on the back. So on Fridays you'll see us wearing red.
Cool.
So,
Do you have any of the shirts present here tonight, Tim?
no, but
Okay.
as you can see.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if she met you guys outside and you had boxes or something. I'll catch up with you.
Yeah, the Jordan Busey's handling all that, right, Dan? Jordan Busey's handling that, so if you call us, we'll make arrangements to have them there at the station.
Yeah.
We can pick them up.
Sounds
We
good.
look pretty good in pink. I think you guys look pretty good in pink too. So.
There you go.
You can go on PayPal, just pay it out on PayPal. That's what I did. Jordan has set up an
We
account.
set up a PayPal. Okay.
Great.
So do that. Okay. A little bit of a busy month. We had fire prevention. We go to the schools for about a 2-week period. Do presentations to the elementary schools. Division Chief Kender works real hard on that. Our duty crews also go in and give presentations to the kindergarten class. The other thing that we incorporated in it several years ago is we will actually go there and have lunch with all the classes in all the elementary schools. Interact and engage with the kids pretty well. Hear a lot of stories and all that, but we think it's important to get there and get to know them all the time instead of just in an emergent situation.
That's awesome.
So that's been received pretty well over the years. We also had an open house on Saturday. I think we had probably 200 plus people there or so. Went over very well. Kind of had to coordinate a little bit with the German Fest, so there wasn't a whole lot of parking there. So we actually cut it short a little bit this year. We were 10 minutes instead of typical 3 hours. So went real well. Also had we had 7 of our guys go to Nebraska. We did the final inspection on a new ladder truck that we're purchasing. Real excited about it. It's replacing ladder 1 that is about 17 or 18 years old. Well, yeah, about 18 years old now. It'll be stationed at Station 1. We expect delivery on that somewhere right about November. So we're really excited for that.
What happens to the old? What happens to the old one?
The old one will actually be put into reserve. So when one breaks down, or if we get a call back and we have off-duty people come for a large event or something like that, they'll staff that and take that home.
Or would that be stored at?
Station 1.
So there'll be 2 there.
Yes.
2 ladder.
Yes. So right now we have an old, what year is that, Andy, 92? 91? 94? It's an old Volvo engine that they retired that we've kind of keep reviving to keep it running for us as a backup. So that one will actually donate probably to a training center or someplace. So we'll have a little bit more reliable backup. So.
Good.
Also had a new employee start on September 24th. He was actually sworn in at the Board of Works meeting that week. He's a young man that's actually younger than the years I've put on the fire department. So it's kind of strange to see youngsters coming across like that. Good young man, so he started. We're putting him through his orientation now. And he's replacing John Smolwar, who ended up retiring. So, we also wanted to, I was looking for Colin Hines, I don't think he's here. Wanted to say thank you to him and the redevelopment commission because they worked on getting a lot of vacant houses, which I know we do periodically here. But what's happened before a lot of times in the past is those things get torn down, and there's really not much use to them. He contacted the fire department and the police department. He understands and knows the need that we have for training in those buildings. So there's a lot of buildings that we're going to be able to get into to see us in there, the fire or the police department in there. We'll be doing all kinds of drills and tearing up the houses and doing all kinds of things. So those chances, those opportunities don't come across very often. So I wanted to say thank you to him for making those available to us. So training is invaluable.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that's about it. Busy enough.
No, thank you for an excellent report.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I think that's it for city officials, unless I'm missing somebody. I don't think so. Reports of standing committees. Council members, anybody have anything? Okay, introduction of ordinances. 2019 employee salaries. Councilwoman Modesto.
An ordinance establishing the amount of salaries and compensation to be paid to all appointed employees and officers of the city of Portage, Porter County, Indiana for the year 2019, be it and it be hereby ordained by the Common Council, City of Portage, Portage, Indiana, Porter County, Indiana as follows. Scheduled salaries, or a salary schedule as presented by James E. Snyder, Mayor to the Common Council of the City of Portage, Porter County, Indiana. This is something that the mayor presented, and I think we need to change the date on here. It had 2017 for the year. It is actually 2019 date. It says, I, the undersigned James E. Snyder, Mayor of the City of Portage, Porter County, Indiana, as required by IC 36-4-7-3 by Acts 1980, PL 212, Section 3, and IC 36-8-3-3 by Acts 1981, PL 309, Section 52, hereby fix the salaries and pay schedule for the appointed officers and employees of the City of Portage, Porter County, Indiana, beginning with the first pay period in January of 2019 through the last pay period in December of 2019, and request that such salary rates be approved by the Common Council. Section 1, that from the first pay date in January of 2019 through the last pay date in December of 2019, the salary and pay schedule for the appointed officers and employees of the City of Portage, Porter County, Indiana be fixed as follows. And I'm going to make a motion that...
Which one are you presenting this?
The mayor's. I'm going to make a motion to...
Wait, hang on, how many do we have?
Well, there's one here that's been amended. I'd like to present the most recent dated one. I handed it to everyone tonight. I think you're reading the other one, the old one.
Well, I would recommend we just have the first reading. I think what you read, Mr. Elwood, would that be fine?
That's fine.
Okay. We'll just call that the first reading this evening, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Introduction of ordinances, the mailbox replacement.
You gonna make a motion to adopt?
No.
No, this is first reading. It just had
We're gonna
first
vote
reading.
on it.
You gotta go to second reading?
Yep.
You can pass it in the first reading.
We do a motion to suspend.
I make a motion to suspend.
She read it. Do you want it to be?
No, I don't want to make a motion to suspend. I want it to go to second reading.
I make a motion to suspend.
Second.
Call the roll.
Councilperson Modesto?
No.
Councilperson Clem?
Yes.
Councilperson Williams?
No.
Councilperson Cannon?
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli?
Yes.
Councilperson Lynch?
Yes.
Councilperson Aprisco?
No.
So it's a first reading.
First reading. Now, can I make a motion to have a special meeting?
We could do that toward the end of the meeting. Okay, let's go through these ordinances, all right?
For our second reading, I'd like to make that before meeting's adjourned.
Randy, with your mailbox ordinances, is this the final version? Okay, ordinance number 18, an ordinance of the City of Portage, Indiana, amending Chapter 54 of the Municipal Code entitled Offenses and Miscellaneous Provisions. Be it, and it is hereby ordained by the Common Council of the City of Portage, Indiana as follows. Section 1, Ordinance Amendment, Chapter 54, Article 1, entitled In General, shall be amended by adding new Section 54-11 to read as follows. Section 54-11 mailboxes. A, purpose. The City of Portage has a responsibility to clear snow and ice from roadways. During the course of keeping the roadways free of snow and ice, damage to mailboxes may occur due to their close proximity to the roadway. B, responsibility of property owner. Each property owner shall be responsible for ensuring a mailbox structure serving their property are kept in good repair. A mailbox structure shall be defined as a private box into which mail is delivered, especially one mounted on a post at the entrance to the person's property. Mailbox structures should be constructed and maintained in a manner consistent with their close proximity to the roadway, and so as to not pose a threat to the public health, safety, or welfare. Property owners shall be responsible for keeping the area around their mailboxes free of snow and ice. All mailbox structures shall be installed pursuant to the United States Postal Service guidelines and applicable city building codes. C, inspection. The city may from time to time inspect and or document any mailbox structure. If a mailbox structure is found to be in an aged or weakened condition, the property owner may be sent a letter indicating the need for the property owner to repair or replace the mailbox structure. The city's failure to inspect, document, or notify the property owner of the condition of any mailbox structure does not alleviate the property owner of their responsibilities under their section. Damage claims. If a property owner believes their mailbox structure has been damaged or destroyed by a city vehicle, then the property owner shall file a claim with the city within 10 days of the date of the incident on a form provided by the city. Claims for damage to mailbox structures which were not in compliance with this section or were in disrepair, age, or in a weakened state shall be denied. Incomplete claims will be denied. The maximum claim amount is $175. E, appeal. A property owner may appeal a denial or their claim to the Board of Public Works and Safety by sending written notice of appeal to the office of the clerk treasurer within 14 days of the date of the denial of their claim. The decision of the Board of Public Works and Safety shall be final. Let the record show that this ordinance is read in its entirety. Motion to suspend.
Second.
Call the roll, please, clerk treasurer.
Councilperson Clem?
Yes.
Councilperson Williams?
Yes.
Councilperson Cannon?
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli?
Yes.
Councilperson Lynch?
Yes.
Councilperson Naprisco?
Yes.
Councilperson Modesto?
Yes.
Motion to adopt. There was a motion to adopt. Is there a second?
Second.
Randy or Steve, do you want to just tell us some of the issues you've had briefly? I know you guys are.
From time to time, as we go throughout the city, we run across mailboxes that are held together by duct tape, bungee cords, barely holding on, very aged mailboxes, and when the plow comes by to plow the street, that snow that comes off the blade does push that mailbox over, and the city at that time is, because there's no ordinance or guidelines, we're on it to work on it. It is our responsibility to replace that mailbox. And I don't think it's fair to taxpayers across the whole spectrum of Portage to pay for mailboxes that are aged condition. So we do go out from time to time and inspect neighborhoods. There are a few that we constantly send letters to and say, hey, you gotta do something with your mailbox because it may not survive winter. So that's why this ordinance is in place. There are some very expensive mailboxes throughout Portage, and those have been capped at $175. So. Any other questions with mailbox ordinance?
No. Anybody have anything?
Do you know how many we've replaced, say, in the past year?
I can give you a dollar amount between anywhere from about about $8,000 to $10,000 worth every year. So we should see a significant drop in that expense.
And do you, you said you send out letters, do you document who you send these to?
Yes, we do
Okay.
take pictures of it, and we do send out letters to those residents.
Okay, so when they try to file a claim, you're like, well, we told you
Well, you
12 times.
attach this to
Yeah.
it.
It's now, well, when a resident calls us up and says, you hit our mailbox, there's nothing to fill out, we go out and just replace it. But now we have a step and a form for them to fill out, and there's a pathway, so, of getting reimbursed.
Yeah, let's just say there's forms and stuff they have to fill out there, so I think
Yes.
that's, but I, go ahead. You do nice work, you do a good job on that.
I just have to say at our ordinance meeting, Randy did a slide presentation to us on some of the mailboxes, and we were hysterically laughing. I mean, there were some on tables. Some of them were hooked to other mailboxes with bungee cords. I mean, if you drive around and pay attention, I mean, it's really a challenge for
Back
the
to the
street
lamp
department.
post. Duct tape and bungee cords, man, where you go wrong?
But in those type of situations, if we get that mailbox, we're on the,
Yeah, sure.
we're on the table with those things. But with this ordinance in place, now there's forms to be filled out and documentation.
That's good. So when we knock one off the table, we go out and put up a regular mailbox? We don't put them back on the table, right?
No, we put up a standard mailbox according to
Easy.
They get a mailbox and a table out of the deal.
That's right, that's right, pretty good deal.
yes.
Thank you, Randy.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much. Clerk Treasurer, call the roll, please.
Councilperson Williams?
Yes.
Councilperson Keenan?
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli?
Yes.
Councilperson Lynch?
Yes.
Councilperson Prisco?
Yes.
Councilperson Modesto?
Yes.
Councilperson Clem?
Yes.
Second reading, 2019 budget, Councilwoman Modesto.
Notice to taxpayers. The notice to taxpayers is available online, www.budgetnotice.in.gov, or by calling 888-739-9826. Complete details of the budget estimates by fund and or department may be seen by visiting the office of this unit of government at 6070 Central Avenue. Notice is hereby given to taxpayers of Portage City, Porter County, Indiana, and proper officers of Portage Civil City will conduct a public hearing at on the year of 2019 budget.
Sorry to interrupt, that's not the right
It's
page,
not.
I'm not sure what you're reading.
I didn't,
Just the one?
Yeah.
I read the other, this one?
No, that's,
Oh,
should be in your
packet.
packet, but anyway, that's the one we're reading.
I didn't see it. You know, this is the one I had earlier, pulled up. Sorry about that, this is, because of the internet being down, we couldn't pull up the correct one, I had the old one in my packet. Okay, be it ordained, resolved by the City of Portage Common Council that for the expenses of Portage Civil City for the year ending December 31st, 2019, the sums herein specified are hereby appropriated and ordered set apart out of the several funds herein named and for the purpose herein specified. Subject to the laws governing the same, such sums herein appropriated shall be held to include all expenditures authorized to be made during the year, unless otherwise expressly stipulated and provided by the law. In addition, for the purpose of raising revenue to meet the necessary expenses of Portage Civil City, property tax levies and property tax rates are hereby specified are included herein. Budget Form 4B for all funds must be completed and submitted in the manner prescribed by the Department of Local Government Finance. This ordinance resolution shall be in full force and effect and after its passage and approved by the City of Portage Common Council. The name of the adopting entity and fiscal body is the City of Portage Common Council. Type of adopting entity fiscal body is the Common Council and Mayor, and date of adoption would be 10/2/2018. I'll let the record show that this ordinance is read in its entirety and make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Okay, Any discussion?
Does that include the parks budget?
Yeah, it includes all of the ones listed there.
Yeah, I didn't see parks on there.
Park is
1301.
park non-reverting capital, and park non-reverting operating.
So I have a question, why would the parks go down from one year to the next? I was looking over the parks budget. And like for gasoline, we know it's gonna be higher in the future than it was this year. Went from $10,000 budget to $6,000 in 19. But how are they? I think they would be over budget pretty quickly on $6,000 in gasoline. That's just one example. Why would that happen?
For the numbers that the budget committee worked out, and if we're gonna need any extra money throughout the year, we'll just allocate money.
Carl, would you like to explain that one?
You know, as a finance committee, we met along with Chris several times, and Chris has done a pretty good job of trying to project out what the revenues are, including property tax revenues, and there isn't sufficient revenues to cover some of the, you know, the items that they probably had this current year, and so they're probably going to have to pay some of that out of their non-reverting operating.
Thanks.
Any other questions before we call the roll? Clerk Treasurer, call the roll.
Where am I at? Stay with you, right, John? Councilperson Cannon?
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli?
Yes.
Councilperson Lynch?
Yes.
Councilperson Modesto?
Yes.
Councilperson Cliff?
Yes.
Councilperson Williams?
Yes.
Councilperson Nicholson?
Yes. Second reading, vacate utility easement for NIPSCO substation. Ordinance number 18, an ordinance of the City of Portage, Indiana, vacating public utility easement. Be it, and it is hereby ordained by the Common Council of the City of Portage, Indiana as follows. Section 1, the following described public utility easement located in Doherty's first edition is recorded in plat file 10-8-4 in the office of the recorder of Porter County, Indiana, more particularly described below is hereby vacated. The easement marked as 10 easement for public utilities bounded within the recorded plat of Doherty's first addition to Garrington subdivision in the City of Portage, Porter County, Indiana, lots 1 to 21, inclusive plat file 10-8-4, miscellaneous record 11, page 175, in the officer of the recorder of Porter County, Indiana. Section 2, a properly advertised public hearing on this matter was held by the Common Council on Tuesday, September 4, 2018 at 6:30 p.m. and members of the public were invited to speak on this ordinance. Let the record show that this ordinance was read in its entirety.
Make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion?
So I'd like to have it put in the record that we asked the lady from representative from NIPSCO last month to have someone here this month.
Yep.
And I think that was in the record last month.
Yep.
Unless there's someone here from NIPSCO to talk. Oh, there she is. So did you bring any friends with you that are supposed to answer some of our questions?
I think we're gonna set that up somewhere down the road.
Oh, you've been asking for that.
I know,
You've been asking for that for 6 years.
Oh, I know, but somewhere down the road, I really would like to.
Maybe you have some information for us.
First of all, as I understand it, you just approved what I needed.
Well, we're going to.
Yeah, we haven't voted.
Hold on.
We
might.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
We might.
I had a real heartfelt conversation with Rick Linsky, who is in charge of public affairs. And he indicated to me that he will take some action. And I can't do anything, I'm just the land person, but he can. So I made it very clear that he needed to pay some attention to what's going on in the city of Portage and, address some of your concerns.
What's this gentleman's name?
Rick Kalinsky, Kalinski.
I'm sorry, I'm slow writing tonight. Can you spell that last name again?
A-L.
What?
C as in Clark.
Yeah?
Kalinski. First name is Rick.
He's public.
Kalinski?
Yes.
And he's.
Public affairs.
He's the manager of public affairs.
Councilman Williams, are you, as far as this guy, have you ever talked to this guy?
I have spoken to him.
Yeah?
So sometimes he's a little non-responsive, I'll put it that way, so we need
You have to
to
keep
appreciate
track of
anything you do.
Yeah, I indicated, you know, all the concerns that I heard from you and, told him that, you know, he really needs to try to find a way to help.
I think we just want them to return phone calls or emails, I think that's the biggest hurdle that I ran into.
Do you have his email address by chance? Would you, I mean, how would that be with NIPSCO? I mean, I'm sure it's like the first letter or something. What would his email be?
It would be rpolinsky@nisource.com. Don't tell my children.
Well, you know, that's part of the problem, I mean, that shouldn't.
I'm gonna ask the clerk treasurer, Chris, if you don't mind sending him one out, a email, and if you could carbon copy the rest of us on here to the mayor.
Sure.
Tell them that within a couple months, we'll give them to come to the city council to explain their capital plan or any plans for NIPSCO to improving service.
Have them here in December.
Yeah, that's fine.
December?
For the December.
And you're all good, his email's on the website, so.
Yeah.
You're free and clear.
You're free and clear.
So.
I wish I could help more, I really do.
I know.
You have.
I think there was another concern, I believe, that on falling timbers, just recently, I don't know the facts, but I believe Councilperson Lynch might have some facts.
No, I'd rather have, isn't it Don's not here, so.
Well, there's a gas line not far under the surface.
Mhm.
Yep.
We can't do our road until NIPSCO comes and fixes the line. The last time we had a difficulty, it was over 6 months. But our road was held up. And falling timbers is a huge artery in our city.
The road's gonna be.
I guess what we'll end up doing with this gentleman, Rick, is we'll send him exactly what the city council's looking for in a presentation, so that he's prepared, and we'll give him probably about a half hour.
If you could take that falling timbers back to us, that'd be great for us.
Okay, sure, will do. I mean, we don't have the staff for someone to punch all of your meetings. I mean, I don't just volunteer because it's.
I don't want you here at all our meetings, believe me. I just want somebody to present your capital plan and your plan for making Portage good as far as electric. I think we don't have any issues with gas that I've heard, but there are problems with.
Other than that project over on Parker and Bryant, all that gas line, it took months on months on end to get.
Also on Lindbergh, falling timbers and all those.
Probably Central.
Every project we have.
Expensive was there for a year.
Right.
Well, why don't you put together a list of some of your projects too, some of the issues we've had.
That's really not and I'm not picking on you, that's not an acceptable answer. Because when you say, well, it's just his norm, that isn't acceptable to us, that his norm is that he doesn't get back to people. And we'll let him know that we find that very unacceptable.
Utility board commissioners down in Indianapolis.
Who's his boss?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, probably secret.
Well, you could ask in the email who his boss is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, is that it? Why don't you call for the roll, clerk treasurer? Thank you for coming.
Wait, she has a question, Mark.
One, I provided a document that would enable us to get it recorded and, take care of all this. Does somebody have that document or?
Is that in,
I see
it. Did you see it in there?
I think I've seen it in there.
Your questions?
John, I have.
Good question.
Normally, an ordinance would be recorded.
Is that just it, just the ordinance? Yeah. So assuming they approve it here in a moment in their vote, and assuming the mayor signs it, then we'll record the ordinance. I don't know if you have something else that you're looking to have recorded, but Greg says that's typically our process.
What was your
We have an
document?
ordinance, yeah.
What document are you referring to that you gave us?
We would need to file a document with the county against that property.
The ordinance gets
will do
recorded,
that.
and that's what gets rid of the easement.
So that will hit the county ownership records. Okay, all right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clerk treasurer, call for the roll.
Councilperson Zilli?
Yes.
Councilperson Lynch?
Yes.
Councilperson Prisco?
Yes.
Councilperson Modesto?
Yes.
Councilperson Clem?
Yes.
Councilperson Williams?
Yes.
Councilperson King?
Yes.
Okay. Third ordinance under second reading, social media use policy. Ordinance number 18, an ordinance of the city of Portage, Indiana, amending chapter 2 of the municipal code entitled Administration. Be it, and it is hereby ordained by the common council of the city of Portage, Indiana as follows. Section 1, ordinance amendment chapter 2 entitled Administration shall be amended by a new Article 7 entitled Social Media Use Policy to read as follows. Article 7, Social Media Use Policy. Let the record show that this is read in its entirety. Motion to adopt.
Was that in last month's file?
Yeah.
It is, yep.
I'd like to make an amendment to this ordinance.
Okay, well, there's been a motion to adopt. Is there any seconds on that?
Second.
Okay, I'd like to make an amendment before we vote on this. I would like to take section 2-202B out. This ordinance clearly has nothing to do with city emails. It's all about social media sites that the city regulations, regulating the city social media sites, and I think this is not appropriate to put this in here in this ordinance.
So you wanna strike that section?
Yeah, I wanna strike section 2-202B from the record, or from this ordinance.
I'll second that amendment.
Any discussion? Clerk Treasurer, call the roll.
Councilperson Lynch,
Yes.
Councilperson Prisco,
Yes.
Councilperson Modesto,
Yes.
Councilperson Clem,
Yes.
Councilperson Williams,
Yes.
Councilperson Koenig,
No.
Councilperson Zilli.
No,
Passes.
No, that's on the amendment.
that's on the amendment.
So you need to-
Vote on the ordinance.
So the amendment passed?
Yes.
Councilperson Prisco this time.
Yes.
Councilperson Modesto,
Yes.
Councilperson Clem,
Yes.
Councilperson Williams,
Yes.
Councilperson Koenig,
No.
Councilperson Zilli.
No.
Councilperson Lynch.
Yes.
Passes. Introduction of resolutions. A, TIF expansion. I had a talk today with Andy and Colin Highlands, and Andy talked. I talked to a couple members of the city council during the daytime, and we're gonna wait until next month. There was an email sent out today by Colin Highland asking anybody on the city council if you wanna meet with him to talk about that. I also sent one out afterwards, and also if two of you could meet with him, so we save time and energy for your questions. So try to work with Colin Highland. He's very good to work with. He's done an excellent job with this. It's a good thing, so. Introduction of resolutions in support of United Steelworkers. Councilman Clem. Take that one, will you?
Thank you. Resolution number 18, resolutions of the Common Council of the City of Portage, Indiana, supporting the United Steelworkers of America. Whereas on March 7th, 1937, the Steelworkers Union signed the first contract with Carnegie Illinois Steel for $5 a day's wage benefits. And as whereas May 2nd, 1942, the United Steelworkers of America was officially created and negotiated steelworkers, and as whereas 3-year labor agreement of 30,000 steelworkers in the United States was set to require on September 1st, 2018, and as whereas encouraged by the most recent discussions with ArcelorMittal and United States Steel. At the bargaining table, the United Steelworkers did not call for a strike on September 1st and continued negotiations in good faith. Whereas ArcelorMittal and the world's largest steelmaker, and United States Steel, the second largest domestic steel producer, are expected to negotiate with the Steelworkers Union in good faith. And whereas the City of Portage Common Council supports the United Steelworkers of America in their fight in equity and fair treatment of current retired steelworkers, and now therefore it to be resolved that the City of Portage Common Council, presenting the citizens and voters of Portage, Indiana, supports the United Steelworkers of America, and encourages ArcelorMittal and U.S. Steel to reach a fair agreement with the union. Let the record reflect it's been read in its entirety. Motion to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? The only thing I could say is thank you, Pat, for calling out on this. I got calls from some of the presidents, from some of the locals in the area. I hope that they settle quickly. there's a lot of jobs at stake. It's just not the people working in the steel industry, but there's outside people that give them parts, that manufacture, vendors, outside building trades. There's a lot of things at stake, and I'm hoping that they can get this thing done, because it would only hurt, just like it says, it would only hurt our city of Portage and families.
Chairman, can I please start on that end and have this passed around, everyone sign it, because I would like to take a photo shot of this, showing support, and put it on our Mike Millsap. He's our district directors. He's in Pittsburgh bargaining with Tom Conway and Dave McCall and others. And I'd like to post this on their site showing that we have supported them as a city. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Anybody else?
Start on that end, so it ends up to me.
Call the roll, Clerk Treasurer.
Councilperson Modesto.
Yes.
Councilperson Slavin.
Yes.
Councilperson Williams.
Yes.
Councilperson Gannon.
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli.
Yes.
Councilperson Lynch.
Yes.
Councilperson Prisco.
Yes. Business, unfinished business, I have none. New business. The only thing I'd like to make a comment on under that, I know that we had this ordinance read tonight for the Facebook, the social media, and I voted for it with the 5 votes. I wanted to make sure that it passed, but I don't have a problem somewhere down the road looking at these emails, to be honest with you. If the council decides, I do not have a problem using city email.
Future.
I use my personal email, but to me, it's not an issue. John wants to work with another person, you've got my vote on a 3rd, get a 4th vote and bring it up to me, okay? You've got my word on it. Notice to taxpayers, there's none. Receptions, public, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, our next meeting is on election day, so I assume we wanna move it, and I guess if we're gonna move it, and if Councilperson Clem wants a meeting, maybe just move the November one up a little bit. That accomplishes his purpose, and then that just
That's
kills 2 birds with one stone.
Yeah.
That way we're not dragging everyone out for 2 meetings unnecessarily.
perfect.
So,
Yeah, I'd like to do it the latter part of October.
well, wait, can we,
What?
so can we do it in October?
Yeah, we can.
October 22nd, it's a Monday.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that we could actually do that.
Make sure
October 22nd is a Monday.
I won't be in town. I'll be out of town. I won't be in town till about the, what are you thinking? I'd like to be there. I'd like to have it the 25th or after. Should be back.
Thursday, the 25th?
Or whatever, don't matter. We can even do it the 29th or something.
I can't make it that week, Mark, I'm on 3/11.
Well, it's too soon, because if this is gonna be our meeting for next month, I don't wanna have a meeting too early where something comes up and we have to.
Then we're not meeting till.
Then we're not meeting. So more toward the latter part of October. Plus, it's nice that time of year, the leaves are falling, Steve. Trees are pretty.
how's the 30th for everybody? It's a Wednesday or Tuesday,
I don't
the
have a
30th.
problem with it.
Let me look.
Sue, you okay with the 30th?
I think I can do the 30th.
I thought I had something on, let me look.
Fine.
Huh?
I'm good.
That will work for me, but it would need to be 6:30 or later.
We'll do it 6:30.
Sue, what you got going on?
I'll make it work.
So are we doing the utility meeting and the city council meeting that day?
Might as
Might
well.
as well, yeah, it should,
Okay.
but I'm both stacked.
Okay, I'll make it work.
Okay, so.
6:30?
6:30?
5 o'clock?
Well,
No.
the utility meeting would be at 5, but the city council meeting would be at 6:30.
Right.
At
We're
6.
just moving the November meeting from the 6th to the 30th, right?
Yes.
And then we'll have the second reading of the salary ordinance on the
Yeah.
agenda?
Yes.
And anything else, normal November
Normal
business.
November,
Come on there, which is, yeah, good. Well, is there a motion then to have the USB meeting? I guess we can.
Well, we can't do that at this
Well,
meeting.
I think Scott probably
Scott
is
can.
chairman.
Scott's chairman can call that. Yeah, set that up for.
I'll make a motion to set the November city council meeting for October 30th at 6:30.
A second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against it? Aye, the ayes pass. Notice taxpayers, there's none. Public, anybody from the public wants to come up and speak, give your name and where you reside.
My name is Antonio Gutierrez and I reside at 6998 Eisenhower Avenue. There's a few things I'd like to talk about. First being our Relay for Life event here for 2019. Will be held on Friday, June 7th. There's going to be a little bit of changes to it. It is going to be a shorter event. It's going to be from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. at Willow Creek Middle School. And the theme for it this year is Cancer is Not a Game. We also have our Relay for Life Trunk or Treat October 17th at Willow Creek Middle School from 5 to 7. And then another thing I'd like to talk about is I'd like to get a resolution to the City Council in support of a very important bill that I've been working on with an organization I volunteer for. It's a Palliative Care Hospice Training Education Act. It's a Senate Bill 693. Right now, the bill passed the United States House by unanimous House vote. That don't happen in this time of day in the United States Congress where anything passes by unanimous vote. This bill is sitting in the Human Health and Service Committee, which our Senator Todd Young sits on. And we need to get this moved out of this committee as soon as possible before the end of the year and the new Congress takes effect, because if that happens, we have to start all over. So I'm asking the City Council for a resolution in support of Senate Bill 693, which is the Palliative Care Hospice Training Education Act. If anybody has any questions about that, Bill?
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I do too.
Why don't you get something to us, okay? Can you send it to our clerk treasurer?
I can send a copy of the actual bill to every one of you.
That'd be nice if you would.
What's the title of the bill again, Tony? Hospice?
It's the Palliative Care Hospice and Training Education Act. It's not hospice care. I want to get that. Hospice is into life. Palliative care is from the onset of diagnosis to into life. We also have our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer events October 6th at Coffee Creek in Chesterton for our Porter County event, and our Lake County event will be the following Sunday as well over at Hidden Lake Park in Maryville. That's it.
Thank you.
On the palliative care, do you have a resolution drafted?
I do. I can send one.
That'd be perfect, because we'll just then have that adopted.
At the November meeting.
Yeah.
Or
at the
October meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, just send it to the clerk treasurer. Do you have his email? Yeah, you should.
Yes. Thank you.
I just thought of something. We'll need to make sure that Woodland Park's available. If it's not, we'll have to find another location. So I just thought of that we didn't consider that part.
Pat?
Thank you.
Anybody else from the public here to speak?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any nay?